Hey, listen, I don't do news, and stories and current events really don't get to me that often. Seriously, if a meteor was coming towards Earth right now, I would have no idea what was going on until a friend of mine would tell me something. But this story got to me. Before I get started, I need to tell everyone right now that I do not have all the details of this story. If you want the details, you're gonna have to look it up for yourself. But apparently, a mom and her son went to the zoo. Kid somehow crawls up or falls into the gorilla enclosure. What in the fuck was the mom doing? How can you not see your son crawling into a gorilla enclosure? Nope, sorry, I'm gonna focus on the kid for right now. So when the kid falls into the gorilla enclosure, some people next to the mom and son, apparently, decide to whip out their cameras and film what was going on. In the video, you can see the gorilla come up to the kid, grab him by the foot, and start dragging him left and right. Then, for a short period of time, the gorilla slows down and stands the kid up. And then you start to think, he might take care of him, he might protect this kid until somebody comes and gets him out of the cage. Sadly, that did not happen. The gorilla ended up grabbing the kid by the back of his shorts and started dragging him across the enclosure in that style. In the video, you can hear this kid crying, and it's understandable because I'd be crying too. This gorilla is a big, huge silverback. It is 6 to 10 times stronger than a regular sized, strong, grown man, let alone a little 4-year-old or however old the kid is. Once again, I'm gonna say it one more time. I don't know how the mom did not see this kid crawl and fall into this freaking gorilla enclosure. Watch your kid! Watch your freaking kid! Anyways, I did not come on here to just tell you and give you that news. Once again, I do not do news. I'm making this video because of one part of the story that I kind of had an issue with. To get the kid out of the enclosure, one of the zoo workers or a random person that I'm not sure on decides to come up with a gun and shoots the gorilla dead, and then they get the kid out. Now with an animal dead, animal lovers, PETA, and a bunch of other random people are gonna come out of the woodwork to complain about the way this kid was saved. Basically, to save one life, they had to take another life. It's super sad, I know. I'm an animal lover. I love all animals. But at the same time, we're talking about a little kid and a gorilla who could potentially snap this kid in half in 3 seconds. The problem that everyone is having with this story is that why didn't this dude use tranquilizers? Why didn't this put this gorilla to sleep and then get the kid out so the gorilla can wake up later on safe and sound and in his habitat? Okay, if you're one of those people, I can totally see your side of the argument. It sucks that this beautiful animal had to die. But, okay, hear me out on this. Think about a tranquilizer. If you've ever seen an animal on Animal Planet get hit with a tranquilizer, it takes a while. Then the animal finally slowly starts falling asleep. But within that time, the gorilla can flip out. Flipping out for the gorilla would be fine and dandy, except for one little aspect that you seem to be forgetting about. The kid is now in the flip out radius. Even if half sleepy, that gorilla decides to whip his arm around and hits the kid, that kid is gonna go flying. This guy who ended up shooting the gorilla did not shoot this gorilla with a smile on his face going like, yeah, I'm hunting, whoa! Like, no, he was a zoo worker, which means that he obviously loved working with animals. Once again, I don't have all the details. If he was just a random person at a zoo enclosure with a gun, I don't know what he was doing there. I have no idea. I doubt it's because he hated animals, but I'm not really sure. Either way, it seems like this guy did it because it seemed like he had to do it. For a second, put yourself in his shoes right now. You're a zoo worker. Kid falls into the cage, and you know that the tranquilizers are gonna take some time to affect the gorilla. Within that time, if the gorilla flips out, kid's dead. Knowing all of that and being a zoo worker, regardless of how stupid his parents were for even letting him down there, I'm not going to choose an animal's life over a child's life. once again, I really do wish that there was another way to save the kid without killing the gorilla. But for the safety of this kid, I really don't see another way. I understand PETA has a problem with it. I understand that animal lovers have a problem with it. But in that situation, what are you supposed to do? In that situation where if you know that tranquilizers are not going to take effect for a while, and you're increasing the time that this kid spends in the cage with this gorilla, and increasing the percentage that this kid could possibly die, would you risk it? Or would you shoot the gorilla, saving this kid, and sadly ending the gorilla's life? Please, if you have something to say about this, comment down in the comment section below, because on my side, it would seem like the only choice would to shoot the gorilla. Sucks sometimes. I don't like all the stories in the news. Anyways, that's all I wanted to make this video for. I hope the rest of you have a great day. I'm sorry to bum you out with this, but it's something that I just felt like I needed to make a video about and ask about. So anyways, without further ado, have a good one. Goodbye. See you later.